Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time of the day it is that you're watching this. Welcome.
Yay!
Oh, it's always such a delight to be here. I look forward to Tuesday mornings, Kalei. How about you?
It is good to be alive today. It is good to be here.
It's
good to have that flow going, the light, the energy. It is good.
It is. We had a rainstorm, much needed rain move in last night. And it's been dropping rain all night. And it's just greener outside. Like just looking out the window, you can feel the difference in nature.
Mm-hmm.
It's greener, it's more vibrant, it's fresh. And I love that where we live across from a green. And I love being able to see that we have that kind of freedom. So it just feels so good, even though the furnace had to kick in.
I even have a better appreciation of dandelions this year.
Yeah.
I see more of their beauty this year.
Well, and they're one of the main food sources for our bees. So they're not, it's interesting, when I studied horticulture, the definition of a weed is not dandelion, is not chickweed. The definition of a weed is a plant growing somewhere you don't want it.
Oh.
So anything, if it's in a space or an area that you don't want it, can be a weed.
Yeah.
That's why we call our kids when they're growing like crazy weeds. Just kidding. Okay, so I know well enough that you likely received a message about the topic for today. And I've just got my phone handy so I can keep an eye on if we've got anybody joining us live. So what are we talking about, girl?
The song that came up, I kind of thought of something last night and I thought, okay, I'll be prepared. But the song came into my head.
Mm-hmm.
My Country 'Tis of Thee, which is the America's song. But the music is used by many different countries around the world. But the rendition that I found that more resonates with me is one that got Dolly Parton put together.
Oh, cool.
And so I'm just going to read the last stanza that she put. Our Father God, to thee, author of liberty, to thee I sing, my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, for all eternity. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring. My country, 'tis of thee. So where I'm going from that is I want everybody to consider what they stand for. What do you stand for? You've come up, you've been raised with all of these beliefs, these programs, but what do you actually believe at your soul level? And what principles, what rules do you lead your life with? That is something that everybody needs to recognize, that there is a basis to what you're living for in this life. Mm-hmm. There is a reason for you to be here. And it isn't to be directed by
a doctrine.
By, I heard this phrase this weekend that just kind of threw me back. It's love is not transactional.
Mm-hmm.
And how much of our lives have been lived with that, for you to get love, you had to do something to receive love.
You had to create happiness in someone else, which you physically cannot do. right? Or create joy in someone else. I'm just going to go off on a side note here, because this is a great topic for me. I get a little bit passionate about this. When someone says, do this and I will, that is a transaction. And so I see where that conversation or where that comment came from, because go clean your room and I'll love you. I'll reward you with my love. Hello.
And from what I've learned and from what I've been come back into my remembrance, that God's love isn't that way.
No, it's there, period.
It's there. And so at a soul level, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just coming back to listening to what your soul has to tell you.
Well, and to the remembering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
remembering. Very cool.
There was additional stuff as far as, what did you call it? I called it the 7 spiritual principles. What did you call it?
Hermetic laws.
Okay. The principle of gratitude, humility, being optimistic, generous, forgiveness.
Okay. The principle of gratitude. Sorry.
Intention and expectation. So, yes, you have been raised with programming. You're still being programmed by what you watch, what you hear.
100%. We're trying to program you.
Well,
really?
Yeah.
We are. We're trying to program you more to the side of love and forgiveness and compassion, but we're still trying to program you.
But the thing is that you have the choice.
Yes.
And how you measure that is asking the question, how do you feel? How do you feel about something? If something makes you feel good, well, that's helping you with your compass. And then to lead in, I'll show you my card later.
Oh,
but,
interesting. I want to digress there for a second. You said using your feelings as your guide, which is excellent. I love that. And at the same time, I heard, but what directed those feelings? So there's a belief, and there's got to be a belief behind the emotion sometimes. So if we get angry or upset at injustice, is it our belief that something was unjust? And who said it was unjust? Who said that somebody was right and somebody was wrong in the situation? Right? So we can go back to our laws, legal laws. I'm not talking about the Hermetic principles. Or why don't we go back to our soul laws? Like, the judging. Even me talking about this is judging to a certain degree, right? We can say that, I look out the window and it's raining and it's fresh and it's clean and it's fabulous and we need the moisture. And someone else who looks out the window and doesn't work today because it's raining can have a completely different perspective. Who's right?
But again, it's learning to love yourself, learning to love yourself and trusting yourself and being, what is your truth, and being honest with yourself.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you imagine
spiritual lesson for the day?
Getting all that in the first 5 minutes of our talk today. Oh my God. We had just looked at trying to save all the change all the world.
Yeah, all at one time.
Yes. So,
and then you just got to laugh because quite frankly, you can get overwhelmed very quickly, which is a choice. And that's why I think one of the things I stand for most is choice.
let freedom ring.
Oh, I love it. You're so cute. Excellent. All right. So are you going to share your card before or after you take us into heart coherence, my friend?
I think we need to go into heart coherence first.
All righty then. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay. See yourself as a multi-universe within. Take a breath in, into your heart, and on the exhale, sigh it out. Breathe into your heart. Exhale, and sigh it out. This time we're going to breathe in through the soles of our feet from Mother Earth and bringing in her energy. Bring in that love for Mother Earth. Inhale, bring in the love. Exhale the negativity, the programming, the beliefs that no longer serve you. Breathe in love. Exhale all the old programming, all that no longer serves you. Again, breathe into your heart and then send that breath all the way down your spine, down your hips, your legs, your feet, down into the core of the earth, down to the core, and see the crystal beds. Collect the energy from the crystal beds and the core of the earth and bring it up, 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 up through the earth, up through the crust, up through your feet, up through your legs, your hips, up your spine to your heart, and circulate that energy of the crystal beds and the core of the earth into your heart. Blending it with the spark of God and the violet flame. Take another deep breath and send that breath up your spine, up through your skull, up through your crown, up through your cosmic Christ consciousness, up to the central sun. Collect the energy and the light from the central sun and bring it down, down, down through your cosmic Christ consciousness, through your crown, through your skull, through your spine, down to your heart. Send that energy into your heart and blend it with the core of the earth, the crystal beds, the spark of God, and the violet flame. Expand that blended energy to every cell of your body, to every part of your multi-universe within. And then send that energy on to fill your room, your house, your city, your state, your province, your country, the hemispheres, the northern and southern hemispheres. Blanket the earth with this energy, the energy of love, light, peace, harmony, compassion, forgiveness, generosity, gratitude, benevolence, truth, trust, honesty. Expand that on up into the emerald grid that mirrors back to the earth, and then up into the golden grid, magnifying out into the universe, out into the multi-universes. How beautiful is that? Namaste.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
So moving on.
For the next part.
This is coming from the Osho deck this morning.
Cool. I like Osho.
And this is the card.
My cup runneth over.
And this one is entitled Questioning.
Ooh.
Doesn't that follow what our previous discussion has been?
Absolutely. Love it. Funny how that works.
So let's see what Spirit has to say about this. We're so delighted with this theme, the subject, the song, the ringing of the bell. Ringing of the bell. When you're ringing that bell, you're releasing the stuck energy. Stuck energy. Those that are receiving this message have had the experience of releasing the stuck energy surrounding them, giving them the opportunity to actually see and know thyself. See and know thyself. We would like to introduce you to the being you are. We'd like to introduce you to that of your soul. That soul that has been so patient for you to become the listener of the message that you're receiving from the soul. We hear this from the vessel. Wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm not ready for this. But you've been ready for this your whole life. It is time for you to be awakened. Be awakened to who you truly are. Who you truly are. And receive those messages from within. And recognize the uniqueness of who you are. And what you have to share, what you have to bring to the table. And know you are a valuable and worthy person. A joy and a love of the Creator. Yes, you too have a responsibility to yourself, to your children, your family, your neighbors, to those in what you call your countries, to help bring forth the truth, the honesty, the love that you are hearing from your soul. Yes, we want you to pull the veil back, pull it back to see, sense, and feel the messages that have been awaiting your arrival. Listen. Fill yourself with the love. Fill yourself with that love. Know the love. We implore you to be that love. Be the love. Enjoy your life. Let freedom. Namaste.
Namaste. I love the bell. It's interesting. I did a feng shui consultation yesterday and we talked a little bit about space clearing, and a bell, even clapping your hands and your corners, gets the energy moving. So I love that that's how they started talking with the bell. Very cool. Thank you, Kalei.
Well, even for your body,
Mm-hmm.
you can help to clear energy just by clapping your hands.
Oh, cool. That makes perfect sense.
And, you know,
Movement.
you learned that in kindergarten. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Now there's your earworm. There's your earworm song. B-I-N-G-O-B-I-N-G. All right, so I have a new deck out today. And before I share what deck, I would love for you to, Paula is watching, so good morning, Paula. If you would like to pick a number between 1 and 3 and type it in the chat, or in the chat. I guess you can't be on the chat and Zoom with us, but certainly on my phone, I'm going to try and catch it. Or Kalei, pick a number between 1 and 3, please.
1.
Okay. I'll just await Paula. Some of you can say, oh, Paula chooses 2. And then top or bottom, Paula? We'll just give her a second to respond. Sometimes a bit of a delay. So this is a deck I was gifted from a very good friend of mine and my feng shui business partner, Anita. Interestingly enough, it's from another friend of ours. It is a deck from Cheryl Kalei.
Ah.
So this deck is the Attuning to the Quantum.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful cards. The artist, and I apologize because I'm probably going to mispronounce his name, is Daniel Trestenyak, a divinely inspired artist, designer, energy interpreter, and channel who uniquely blends a natural stone with an original hand-painted mandala drawn from the field. So the card imageries, the different imageries, and I'm not 100% familiar with this deck yet, are just gorgeous again. And you can quite often feel the energy from them. Now, Cheryl Kalei is an amazing astrologer. Her story is phenomenal. She is a shaman. She takes groups and teaches shamanism, and a Shaw woman in her own right. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. Okay, let's see if Paula has had the opportunity to top or bottom. Okay, it's not coming up. So you tell me, top or bottom, Kalei?
Top.
Okay, so we're going to take the second card from the top of the first pile. Perfect. All right, so together. Oh, wow. Speaking of artistic and creativity.
Isn't that pretty?
Isn't that gorgeous?
And I can feel the energy right now.
These are really amazing cards. And I believe you can order them from Michelle's site. I'm not sure if they're available on Amazon or not. I haven't looked. So gorgeous card deck. Anyway, Kalei can speak about the energy for a second while I step aside. How's that?
So with sacred geometry, and that's what this card has a lot of, you drive the energy from that, even though it is just a design. But no, there is so much that your heart can feel. Sit back, and as Cheryl is speaking about this card. Feel the energy that is flowing.
Divine beings, you all are. You are all artists. You are all creators of your own life. You have choice. You have free choice. And for many, that is a power they are not willing to claim. Many prefer to live in blame and victimhood. And that, dearest beings of light, is a choice. You can choose in any situation love. There are many that will tell you stories of being in less than desirable situations, potentially fearing for their life. And they chose to verbalize that they loved the person. Simply saying and meaning and feeling, I love you. I love you. I love you. Can soften and shift and diffuse a frightening situation. We enjoyed the conversation at the beginning of these two entertaining channels. How love can quite often be yielded and how you are taught and programmed by others. But at some point in time, dearest beings of life, claim your power. Would you rather stay in victimhood, or would you rather feel your power? That too is a choice. The rain, the wind are. They don't try to be something they are not. And yet you, that were crafted, created, beautifully made in divine love, in the likeness of God, source, spirit, whatever terminology you choose, have a choice to be anything else you want. But you are love. You have the freedom to choose others, other emotions, and label yourself strong, weak, tall, short, angry, victim, aggressor, leader. It matters not. When you claim love, all others shift. Lead in love. You have the freedom to choose. You have had masters that walked this earth, that suffered at the hands of others that wanted to control. And all they masters did was love. Why is that such a crime? Because love does not control. Fear controls. And fear is false, for there is only love. Dearest beings, you are the artist and the creativity of your own life. Bring out your bells. Let them ring in the name of love. For when you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Namaste.
Namaste. Oh, we've just got a ton of earworms today.
Oh, what a pretty card.
It is. Yes. And the message was wonderful.
Thank you. I'll have to look that one up in the book. I have no idea what it means.
So remember, you have all of this information. It just overflows. But question. Question.
Question. Question, question, question. Question, question, question. And love doing that.
Yes.
Love having fun. Love your day. Love the rain.
Yes. And love who you are. Love who you are.
Cool.
Okay. One more time.
Ring the bell, baby. Ring the bell.
Love you. Love you all.
Thanks for joining us.
Namaste.
Namaste, y'all. Namaste.